evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, a couple with local connection has been charged for the second time with sex trafficking. According to a new study, 13% of Tennesseans do not have access to broadband service, and gasoline prices are expected to remain low throughout the summer. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
With or without you, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Over 35 years and more than a dozen albums. Saturday, July 23rd, the City of Tullahoma presents U-Zoo, the unforgettable U2 tribute band you won't want to miss. Experience all your favorite hits. Free from 6 to 10 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park in Tullahoma. U-Zoo is the ultimate U2 tribute band. Full concessions available. Saturday, July 23rd from 6 to 10 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park in Tullahoma.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
Welcome back. Special agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation have obtained additional indictments for 2 individuals already facing charges in connection to an ongoing TBI juvenile human sex trafficking investigation. After receiving information from the Tennessee Department of Children's Services, TBI agents opened the case on July the 8th, 2015. During the course of the investigation and with the cooperation of the 14th District Attorney General's Office in Coffee County, agents developed information that on several occasions between February and July 2015, Cassidy Fultz Hill and her husband, Christopher Hill, participated in an effort to traffic a 17-year-old for the purpose of commercial sex. Last week, the Coffee County Grand Jury returned indictments for Fultz, Hill, and Hill, charging Cassidy, age 25, of Tullahoma, with an additional 2 counts of trafficking for commercial sex acts, and charging Christopher Hill, age 32, of Nashville, with an additional 3 counts of trafficking for commercial sex acts.
District Attorney General Craig Northcott said, quote, "I appreciate the efforts of the TBI in uncovering the evidence in this case so that we can hold these individuals responsible for their acts," end quote. Earlier this year, the Montgomery County Grand Jury returned indictments as part of this investigation, charging Fultz and Hill with the 8 counts of each trafficking for commercial sex acts and 2 counts each for money laundering. A 3rd subject was also indicted in the Montgomery County Grand Jury in connection to this case. At the time of the release, the Hills remained in custody of the Coffee County Jail on unrelated charges.
The Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development released this week a study it commissioned to assess its current state of broadband access in Tennessee and options for increasing access and utilization. Strategic Networks Group and NEO Connect, global leaders in broadband consulting, conducted the study on behalf of the department. According to the study, 13% of Tennesseans, or 834,545 people, do not have access to broadband at the federal standard of 25 megabits per second of download speed and 3 megabits per second of upload speed.
More than 23,000 Tennessee residents and businesses responded to the survey portion of the study, which took place between January and March of this year. Businesses participating in the assessment reported broadband enabled 43% of all net new jobs and 66% of revenues. In addition to the 34% of businesses classified broadband as essential to selecting their location, and 56% noted that it was essential to remain in their location. 16% of economic development agencies reported that the businesses frequently chose not to locate in an area due to insufficient broadband.
The national average for regular unleaded gasoline has fallen for 35 out of the last 36 days to $2.21 per gallon and sits at the lowest mark for this time of the year since 2004. Gas prices have dropped in most parts of the country due to abundant fuel supplies and declining crude oil cost. Average prices are about 55 cents less than a year ago, which is motivating millions of Americans to take advantage of cheap gas by taking long road trips this summer. Gas prices have dropped below $2 per gallon in many parts of the country, including Tennessee, which is something that drivers have not seen during the summer in more than a decade. About 1 in 4 U.S. stations are selling gas for less than $2 per gallon today, and consumers can find at least one station selling gas for less than $2 per gallon in 36 states. Experts say gas prices likely will remain relatively low compared to recent years for the remainder of the summer.
U.S. crude oil supplies are about 13% higher than a year ago, while gasoline stocks have increased to 240 million barrels as refineries produce significant quantities of fuel. According to the Department of Energy, this is the highest ever marked for gasoline supplies during the month of July. Gas prices in our immediate area hovered around $1.81 per gallon today.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Tonight we bring you more from the Middle Tennessee Corvette Club Corvette Cruise-In held last Saturday in Lynchburg. I spoke with Trent McNabb, General Manager of the Stan McNabb Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, and GMC dealership in Tullahoma, about the characteristics of the new Chevy Corvette. Folks, I'm talking today with Trent McNabb, who is the General Manager of Stan McNabb Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC in Tullahoma. And today we are at the Corvette annual Corvette Cruise-In Lynchburg, Tennessee, which I'm sure you enjoy being at this kind of event because I don't know if Corvettes are your favorite car or not, but I know you like them a lot.
Oh, by far my favorite car. Yeah, this is America's sports car right here. That's really incredible, just what that car is capable of.
Tell us a little bit about, I was thinking the other day, I know you guys own a 1953, I believe. 59 Corvette. Tell us a little bit about how they've changed over the years and how that car is different from, say, the 2016s that I know you've got on the lot right now.
Well, it's just a dramatic difference, and I guess I wasn't around back then for the old cars, so I don't appreciate them as much because the new ones are so nice. But you just watch them change through the years and all the different engineering, the power, and of course, now like the 60s models are the most sought-after older car. Because then when you start getting into the 70s and 80s, when we had the oil embargo and gas prices went up, the horsepower went way down. They made some Corvettes with only got 200 horsepower in them. Where now these new ones have up to 650 horsepower and just ride so much better. Obviously the power's there, but it can also be a fuel efficient car. So a lot of people think, well, it's a sports car, it's going to drink gas, but these cars are capable of getting 35 miles per gallon too.
That's unbelievable, really unbelievable. And now I think you carry several Corvettes in stock on your lot most of the time.
We do, yeah. We try to stock a lot of them. We like the cars. We know the cars. When a Corvette buyer comes in, they expect you to know more about the car than they do, which requires a lot because most of these guys know a lot about Corvettes. But like right now, I think we've got about 20 on the lot. new and used, which is quite a bit. And Middle Tennessee, I think we're the #2 Corvette dealer in Middle Tennessee.
That's unbelievable. Talking a little bit about price, what do you think that 1959 Corvette sold for new?
New, I would guess somewhere probably around probably $3,000 or $4,000, I would guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, talking the latest model Corvettes, I know there's a big range. They start at what?
Start at $55,000, and they can get up to $120,000. But you know, the thing about it, 55 is a great starting price for what that car is. I mean, it's a lot of bang for the buck. But then even the $100,000 Z06, to get any other car comparable to it, you'd have to spend $250,000 plus.
Corvettes have always been a car that rivals any other kind of sports car. Is, you know, and many consider it to be better than any other kind of sports car, but it's something that's affordable for the American public.
That's right, yeah. Again, I mean, the starting price on those for what you're getting is incredible. It gets good gas mileage. You know, the cars, it's easy to get parts and to work on them, you know, unlike some of the exotics. So, it really does make sense.
What are some of the features of the newest Corvettes that you really like?
Several things on them. One is they've gone to a new 8-speed automatic transmission. For the first time ever, it's faster than a manual transmission. So a lot of people say if you're on a sports car, you got to have a manual, but now you don't. And then also my favorite part is the performance exhaust. So you can make the exhaust system go quiet or loud depending on what you want to do. So that's really fun to show people.
Now that is a cool thing.
Yeah, it really is. And especially the Z06, I mean, you can really tell a difference in how loud it gets.
Your family has been in the car business for a very, very long time. Of course, I mentioned you're at the Chevy dealership in Tullahoma, but you've got some other dealerships. Talk a little bit about that.
That's right, yeah. So, and my brother Trey runs the other two, but we've got Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram there in Tullahoma, and then Stan McNabb Ford over in Lewisburg. So all the domestics are covered.
So if you wake up in the morning tomorrow morning and think, I'm going to get me a new car for myself, then you can get any car made in America pretty much from McNabb.
That's right, yeah, any American-made new one, but then any brand pre-owned. We'll have people ask us, say they're looking for a Toyota or a Nissan or, one of those, and we'll go out and find it and get it for them.
Will your brother give you a good deal if you go get one from him?
Well, my wife went and bought a car from him. I couldn't even sell her a car. She had to go over there and see Trey to get one.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been an institution, the McNabb dealerships in Tullahoma, for years and years and years. And I got to tell you that give Stan a little plug. He's a pretty nice guy and really started off this tradition. However, you and your brother are doing a great job of continuing that along the way.
Well, and I'll tell on him a little bit. The reason he's not here today, he's at his 50th high school reunion, if that gives you any age telling there.
All right, that's Stan. It's not his brother Trey.
No, that's Stan. That's Stan I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure he'll have a lot of fun at that because he still has a lot of fun when he goes places. Is he driving a Corvette to that, you think?
I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Trent, and lots of luck in the future. It's a great event here today.
Thank you, Jim.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in the event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Grassroots host Tom Corrington spoke recently with two candidates seeking the nomination to represent the Democratic Party in the upcoming August primary. Tonight, we bring you part 3 of that interview.
What do you consider the the issues, and you've already mentioned a couple. What do you consider the issues that are really important for Tennessee that need to be addressed and are not getting there? Alice, go ahead.
Since we've already touched on the Insured Tennessee, which I think that's both mine and Mike's top priority, we've got the education issue. We need jobs, and to get jobs,
what
we need
is
to
the
be,
education issue?
we are 47th we are 37th. We are 37th nationwide in our education system, and in the chance of success, we are 41st. So for our kids to be that low in the chances to have success in life and a good job is just appalling to me. So we need to work on increasing those numbers up, making them go up, and let the kids have more of a chance of success. So
okay, so Insured Tennessee and education.
But then for the jobs, a lot of the bigger places complain we don't have an educated workforce, so you're back to education. You'll find out everything's intertwined, really. And we also need the infrastructure, our roads. And I've had a lot of people, like Mike says, when you talk to people, jobs, roads, those are probably their top two issues right at the moment. So that's things we need to work on.
Okay.
Right? That's, roads and infrastructure.
Had to have one of those to get from Whitwell, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I would say those are our top ones at this point.
Okay.
And then I'm also very concerned with the privatization issue. I know that they've talked about privatizing some of the prisons, and after 20 years in law enforcement, I'm here to tell you, no. A lot of those contracts will have that they have to be kept at capacity from 85 to 95% full. So where is the incentive to stop recidivism? People coming back right away.
Stop the number of people
exactly.
going in to start with.
So we need to work, for example, Franklin County Jail has a real good program where they help people as they're getting out of jail get jobs. We need to help get them off their whatever addictive substances they have, because unfortunately that's a big issue here in Tennessee. And once we can start working with them and hopefully stop the going right back to jail and stop that cycle. But if you privatize that and part of that contract is staying 85 to 95% full, where's their incentive to help those people get out and stay out?
So privatizing prisons, you're not in favor of?
No.
Okay. Let's, Mike, did we give you enough time on that question? The issues
Tom, I didn't get any. So.
Yeah, I don't think he got a chance at all.
Give you some.
Okay. There's a lot of concern, as you can hear in Alice's voice and heart. As I started a campaign in questioning, the Insured Tennessee came up a lot. But since then, standardized testing within our school systems is a complete failure, not only to our teachers, but also our students and the parents. I've spoken to numbers and numbers of educators, school board officials, and parents, even students. And we've got to turn that around. We've got to get standardized testing out, put an ACT back in, and allow our teachers to teach our kids. I wasn't the old saying, as an elevator, I was kind of on the ground floor, but really you don't need an elevator when there's only one floor. So I wasn't the best student, but I remember every educator I had, Tom, from day one until I graduated high school. And every one of those people made an impact on my life. Every one of those people made a difference in what I've become today. I want to see our teachers be able to do that with our young kids. We need that guidance, we need that education, and we need that experience back in our classroom.
We need, you mentioned, and we maybe need to touch on a minute, sounded like you were saying test to the ACT.
Yes, change it back to an ACT instead of the standardized testing. Standardized testing had teachers spending hours upon hours preparing, and then the outside state contractor couldn't even deliver right at the final hour. So most of those times and efforts were lost, and the students got nothing in return.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke last week with Francis Samples, Program Director for the Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Department, about some upcoming events the department is planning.
Also, if you don't mind, on July 23rd, we have our next Rock Creek concert.
Oh, good.
At Fraser McEwen Park.
And who's coming in?
We have a band called Yuzu.
I don't know who that is.
Yuzu, they are a U2 tribute band.
You're kidding.
No, so and you can go on to, they're going to be, we're posted on our Facebook page
and this
today.
is free, folks.
It's a totally free concert. It's sponsored by
What time does that start?
and also Bud Light. It starts at 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Mm-hmm. So at Fraser McEwen Park.
Is our vendors there for food, or do you bring your own?
We will have some vendors out there. Okay. So and also we'll have our beer vendors out there also.
So I wondered, when you have an event like that and you have the vendors, do you still allow people to bring a picnic or anything? I didn't think so.
No.
So we need to let people know that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about this one. I'll have to find out a little bit more details about that. If you can bring, I don't think you can bring coolers. But I think
there has to be some way to make money for people to sponsor such an event.
Exactly.
And I'm assuming there's soft drinks also for sale.
There always will be
things.
soft drinks there and water for people to buy and drink.
Good.
So that's also true.
Sounds like fun.
And the last event that I would like to talk about is we are getting ready to start our adult league flag football team sign-ups. Our sign-ups start August the 11th.
Adult league
flag football.
Any age group over 18.
That's correct. So if you'd like to participate in the team in flag football, it's an adult league team. Male or females. If you want females want to play flag football, come on out too. Also, it's for everybody.
That's a nice idea. Didn't y'all do that last year?
We did. So
and how did it go?
It was really successful.
It was very successful. So you're doing it again.
Yes, that's right.
And where does this happen? At the high school?
The games will be played at Wagner Park.
Okay.
As far as I know, that's where they'll be played, at Wagner Park. And
people come out and watch it for free, or do they pay?
It's all free.
And then again, there's vendors.
Yeah, there might be some vendors out there, some concessions and stuff going on.
So what
at the
does
same
it
time.
start?
Well, it doesn't. Its sign-ups are through the 1st of September.
Okay.
So, the games will start shortly after that, after they get all the teams together.
And so there will be more than one game, or is this whole series for a tournament at the end and all that?
It'll be
fun.
Yeah, so anybody's welcome to come out for that also.
And so do you establish like more than 2 teams?
Oh yes.
So
I think
as many
last
teams?
year, I'm not sure, but I think they had 6 teams last year.
That's wonderful.
So yeah. So we're looking forward to that also.
So all the football stars from the past are non-stars who are longing to be a star.
Bring your glory days back.
Bring your glory days back. That sounds like great
And especially
fun.
for the females who never had a chance to play, that might want to play.
Sure.
So come on out.
Well, there's a lot that goes on with Parks and Recreation. Probably a lot that we don't even realize.
That's correct.
And do you have anything to do with the pool?
Oh yes, and that's another thing.
And that's going well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. And we just launched a new update yesterday. That's on our Facebook page. Throughout, school's getting ready to start, so we've got a couple of specials that are going to be happening. We have a couple of buy one get one free days coming out.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Check our Facebook page.
I love it when I drive there and I see that it's just packed with people. What a nice gift to this community.
Well, thank you. I mean, it has been great. Mayor Curley was one of our big pushers for the pool.
And I'm so proud of that.
Yeah, I am too. We also have a couple of days we're going to be playing games in the pool for just about 30 minutes, just enough to get the kids out there to have some fun, and they can win free passes
Oh, that's a good
and
idea.
also they'll get some candy and other treats.
Right.
So come
Get on your
out
bathing
if you
suit.
want to. Yeah, get on your bathing suit.
Go win a prize.
Come on, do some limbo in the water.
Oh, that would
That's
be
one of
fun.
our events
Yeah.
for today. So we'll have other events throughout the month of September 4th, 5th. September 4th, we're having our dive-in movie at the pool. So
that sounds like fun, too.
And then on September 5th is the last day, and it closes. It's 10 to 6 that day. And closes for the season. So
well, it's been a wonderful season, and Frances, you are just a working. What?
I'm the program manager for Parks and Recs.
You do so much.
Well,
though.
thank you.
You're busy all the time, I can tell.
Oh,
and you're enthusiastic
really
about it. That's what I love.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a lab mix named Winter. She entered the shelter as an owner turn-in after her owner's health declined. Winter's approximately a year and a half old and is good with other dogs and children. Winter is up to date on her vaccinations, microchipped and heartworm negative. She will receive a free spay provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for upcoming events and information about fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society featured pet this week is Bella. Bella is a young collie mix who would love to be your best friend. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Our hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252, Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with your weather forecast.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family is the largest automotive retailer in southern Middle Tennessee. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, we are your one-stop shop. Check out our awesome website, russellbarnett.com. There's over 1,200 vehicles to choose from. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, and Ford of Winchester, or Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
With or without you, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Over 35 years and more than a dozen albums. Saturday, July 23rd, the City of Tullahoma presents U-Zoo, the unforgettable YouTube tribute band you won't want to miss. Experience all your favorite hits. Free from 6 to 10 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park in Tullahoma. U-Zoo is the ultimate U2 tribute band. Full concessions available. Saturday, July 23rd from 6 to 10 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park in Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1952 at 99 degrees. The record low was in 1937 at 58 degrees. Average high on this day is 89 and the average low is 67. Mostly clear weather expected tonight with a low of around 75. Partly cloudy weather in your forecast for Friday with a high of 93 and a low of 76. 30% chance of storms in your forecast for Saturday with a high of 95 and a low of 78. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6 wishes you and your families a wonderful weekend. Thank you.